some room on the right side. Barzal scores!
Comes in front of the shot, the knife and scores! Yes! The Islanders win the Stanley Cup! The Stanley Cup! The Islanders win the Stanley Cup on the overtime goal by Bobby Nystrom!
Growing the game of hockey is and will always be a grassroots endeavor. In the past 30 years, we've seen the game grow from being in northern cities to spanning from coast to coast and border to border. Each community has its own challenges, and each has its own story. In Long Island, New York, hockey came professionally in 1972 in the form of the Islanders. In 1980, the team culminated to become one of the last true dynasties in the league's history. With that success, along with a very healthy rivalry with the nearby New York Rangers and New Jersey Devils, hockey fandom flourished on the island. However, while there are hockey fans across all of Long Island, there are still places where the game is not readily accessible to play. That's the story we're going to tell today, and there's some pretty familiar faces to help tell it.
How you doing? Mike Richter.
Ron Francis.
Mark Messier.
Ed Westfall.
Joe Micheletti.
My name's Grant Marshall.
Hi, I'm Kerry Fraser, former NHL referee.
Across North America, there are countless people and programs that are trying to bring hockey to their local communities. The Peconic Hockey Foundation, led by Troy and Karen Albert, is on a mission to bring the game to the eastern shores of Long Island.
Now, we're going to joke and we're going to make fun of each other, and you can tear me apart later for the bad things I say, just so you know.
We are recording.
I'm so glad you got that on camera.
Well, it was a number of years ago, we were actually we were debating about having our child play hockey. And for us, it was 45 minutes for the closest rink. And once we started going there, we realized that a lot of the kids were driving an hour and a half just to get to the rink, just for practice. And we realized at that point that there's a need on Long Island for the North and the South Fork, that there's not a lot for the kids to do out here in the winter.
A lot of us living on Long Island never gave a whole lot of thought to the fact that people out here in the Hamptons and on the North Fork, as well as the Hamptons on the South Fork, but Riverhead in general, that there wasn't a place for the people to skate.
Our main goal with the foundation is to grow the game of hockey on Long Island, and you could just see the potential that is here, and the hope is to get a rink built, but the main cause is to just get more kids playing the game, and that is what we're looking to do.
And they are doing it. The foundation is helping to grow the game through scholarships, training, and other hockey-related programs, which include a Long Island Hockey Expo, hockey clinics, tournaments, and other on and off-ice events.
Yeah, the Peconic Hockey Foundation has been incredible. I think we're all here for the same reason, and that's to help children. And I think the foundation's leader, Troy and Karen, have done just an amazing job.
No way, illegal stuff, Terry! Come on, ref! Come on, you're missing a good game out here.
Each year, as the summer turns to fall, the foundation holds its largest event, the Legends Golf Outing at the Peconic Golf Club. The event serves as the primary funding source for the foundation's annual events.
I live in New Jersey now. I work with the Devils Alumni Association, and having a great opportunity to be out here in Long Island, phenomenal golf, Peconic, and a great cause.
Well, I think it's great. For so many years, you kind of face these guys and you're kind of adversaries on the ice, and you're competing for the same goal, and sometimes it gets more heated than others, but you get away from it here and you get into a setting like this at Peconic, which is just fantastic.
Of course, anytime you get hockey people together on a golf course, there's one question that everyone wants to know.
That's a practice swing.
Who's the best golfer at this tournament?
Well, I guess I don't want to say myself because that wouldn't seem right.
Not Mike Richter. That's I'm gonna.
I think probably Grant Marshall shows the most promise as a caddy.
Who's the best golfer? Wow.
Well, I can tell you it's probably not me. I haven't picked up a club in a month, so my goal is to try and break 100.
Mark Messier is a good golfer, plays a lot.
No, there's a lot of good golfers. Hockey players seem to have a little knack of hitting the ball, but I'm not one of the best players for sure.
I'll tell you after today, I haven't really seen a lot of them play, but I know a lot of them are real good players for sure.
It all depends on the day. You know golf, it all depends on the day.
That's how it's done. You want to get good at sand? Go from trap to trap.
In addition to the golf outing, the foundation also hosts a floorball game in which both local youth and professionals get involved.
The boys are going to be playing a ball hockey game out in the parking lot, hence the referee jersey. I'm going to be out there blowing a whistle and keeping law and order with these young kids in the parking lot.
These kids out here playing ball hockey on the parking lot, it's a step in the right direction. We're starting to do that. I know Mark was just telling a story, Messier, about going to Western Canada and doing it on some of the reservations. When you don't have access to a lot of the infrastructure you need to play the game, the next best thing is to do it on pavement. One kind of, I guess, hockey can be hamstrung by needing a rink to play.
Well, I think that's probably our biggest hurdle, right, is keeping the game affordable. So anytime you can get kids playing it, whether it's street hockey, floorball, you name it, it's exciting. And
we were thinking of ways that we could grow the game here on Long Island, and we know if you're a kid in gym class, they don't exactly let hockey be one of the sports. They play flag football, they play soccer in gym class, but hockey is a contact sport. They're not really going to allow it. So if you integrate floorball into the programs and bring it to the kids out here, it really is a gateway into becoming a nice hockey player.
I think it was about 5 years ago when we were helping out after school, and I was coaching kids floor hockey in the gyms. And the very first year when we did that, we had about 22 kids that came out, and we were just teaching them all the basics and having fun. It's school floor hockey. That winter, 19 of those kids came out and played hockey for the first time, and we put a rec league together.
And that's our Wildcat team.
That's our Peconic Wildcat team.
It doesn't matter if it's played with floor hockey sticks. It doesn't matter if it's played on roller skates. It doesn't matter. No check. There's so many different variables of hockey that can introduce the game to our children. And as always, the number one factor in any sport are the kids having fun.
While the beauty of the course helps to inspire the former NHL players to make the journey to Long Island, at the end of the day, they are there for the higher purpose of supporting the growth of the game.
Well, the cause is easy. I mean, we're all here to help and provide access and opportunity to all our kids, all our children in sports. Obviously, hockey is where our passion lays, and we're here to help introduce hockey to more kids in the area, especially here on Long Island.
Well, I think an initiative to get kids out on the ice is spectacular. I don't care where it is you want to do it. In every town, you want the kids to have opportunity. And hockey is a difficult game. It's really one of the most enjoyable games to play. I understand, given that it's somewhat of a regional sport, more northern based, a lot of people don't have the experience of actually playing. And if you put on a pair of skates as a kid, or even play ball hockey, there's a rhythm to it and just a camaraderie that a team sport like this always kind of pulls out of you.
I think there's just so many different values and life lessons that hockey can teach, being part of a team and teamwork and, working together on a lot of projects. It's even if you don't make it in hockey, it provides so many valuable lessons that serve you well in other professions as you grow up.
So, just personally for us, our son, he started playing, his whole confidence boosted. It just changed who he was. He loves it so much, and he just felt better in general. And not just him, but I've seen kids start out maybe with like floorball and start out with like deck hockey. The minute they get on the ice, that's it. There's no turning back. From all the kids that I've seen, they just love it.
It doesn't matter if it's where it is, as long as there's a need. And if the need is there and the cause is there, this sport travels worldwide, and that's, I think, what everybody that's been involved in hockey at whatever level wants the sport to get to that level and get to the places where you'd say, well, hockey's, what's it doing there? You can't have hockey there. But guess what? You can.